Okay, we're recording. So tonight's call is kind of a mashup between last week's call and this week's call because last week I actually changed the topic. So today we're going to talk about dreaming big and aiming small, which you'll learn more about, and turning your challengers into coaches, which is honestly the main goal of when you recruit challengers. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, first we're going to talk about dreaming big. So if you guys have ever been on my business opportunity call, you know Tanya has and my mom has, I talk about dreaming big. You need to think to yourself when you're in this business, what do you really want out of life? Think to yourself about that and write it down. What do you really want out of life? What would you want out of life if money wasn't an option for you guys, okay? Think about that and make that your driving force in this business. Do you want to fire your boss and work for yourself? Do you want financial freedom to pay off debt, stay home with your kids, whether you have them now or in the future? Do you want to retire a spouse? Or do you just want to simply live without worry or without stress of money? Because I know that's a huge issue couples and families fight over is money. And if you don't want that to be an issue, that can be a driving force in your business as well. So remember, your life doesn't have to be normal. Some people think that the typical job that we're expected to do is we're expected to go to school, expected to go to college, and we're expected to work a typical, 9-to-5 job, 40 hours a week, and that's all there is out of life. We do that until we retire and we die, but the truth is there's more to life than that, and it's up to you guys to make that change. So it's up to you. If you have that dream, or if you think maybe like this is too far out there, maybe this coaching thing may not be for you, just think to yourself, it can be. You just are limiting yourself. So don't let those limiting beliefs hold you back. You can dream big and you can achieve those goals as well. Okay, so I want you guys to, although you're going to dream big, I want you guys to aim small. Let's use Carly as an example. So Carly didn't just say, hey, I want to be a top coach in Beachbody. No, instead, you guys know there's now over 260,000 coaches. She didn't just say, yeah, I want to be a top coach. Top coach could be, top 2,000. She said, I want to be a top 10 coach. She aimed small. And by aiming small, you're going to hit that much closer to your goal. So now that you have your dream big goals in your mind, it's time for you to aim small first, okay? So this is a quote from American Sniper. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it stuck with me. It was my status after I saw the movie because it really stuck with me. So in the movie they say, they're talking about snipers. So they say, aim small, miss small. If you aim for a button on a man's shirt, they might miss by only 2 inches, but if they aim for the shirt altogether, they may miss by 2 feet. And so that's something that I like to apply to your goals. If you're going for, say, a diamond coach, why just stop there? Why not make your goal 2-star or, 15 stars, superstar coach, the highest rank? Why limit yourself? Because think about it. If you set your goal that much further, you're going to achieve your initial goal and go further than that. So don't limit yourself, okay? I know I was about to limit myself, so I set a goal, it's really scary, of hitting 5-star by May. So at first I was like, I can't do that. Let me just set a 2-star goal because I know that's a lot more attainable, and I probably can do that. But then I thought to myself, like, if I don't push for it, that may never happen. So push for it, and you'll become a lot closer to your goal than you really think, okay? And apply this analogy to your dream big goals. And if you do miss, you'll only be a little bit off. You won't be, like 2 feet off or a lot further off than you would if you hadn't set that big goal. Okay, and then next is aim small and go all in. And don't be afraid of failure. I know failure is something that we're kind of trained to react to. We're trained to be afraid of failing. We're trained to be afraid of, not doing well and missing our goals. Like in school, if we didn't get a good grade, would be like, what, we failed. We can throw in the towel now. But the thing is, what would you do if you couldn't fail? If you don't hit your goal on the right date, your coach account's not going to be revoked. If you don't talk to an extra person today, your account's not going to be revoked. It's only going to affect yourself and your goals. So remember that. Don't be afraid of failing. It's up to you, your success. You have to own your success. It's not up to anyone else. If I don't do the work, I can't blame my coach or someone else for my lack of work, okay? So it's up to you guys to do that work. Okay, now let's talk about this. This is important. Now that you have a big dream in your mind, I know a lot of you guys have told me you want to quit your job, you want to quit your part-time job. If you have like a second and third job, you need to work to make that happen. So this is how to achieve these dreams. It's very simple, but it takes work. So you need to focus on working hard, okay? That means talking to as many people as you can. Step out of that comfort zone. I know it's hard, but the more you do it, the easier it will be. Just think of all those lives you'll be changing. You need to be dedicated. If you guys don't already know, Monday and Tuesdays are my work nights. I have it on the calendar. Brian knows, like, we are not going out on Monday and Tuesdays unless, like, something is that serious, because I'm dedicated. I'm always here. I'm always showing up, unless I'm like traveling on an airplane like last week. But you have to be dedicated to your goals. Treat it as if there's a deadline, because guess what? Life has a deadline for everything. So your goals are a deadline for you as well. And each and every day is a deadline for you to do those little action steps we talked about when you set a goal. You need to have passion. This business, you cannot succeed if you don't have the passion to help others. You don't have that passion to give a helping hand. So you need to have that passion in order to work daily. And then consistency. If you don't press play consistently on your workouts, you aren't going to achieve results, right? We all know that when we fall off track. The same with your business. You aren't going to see results. You aren't going to hit success. You aren't going to hit your goals if you aren't consistent. So you need to make sure you're consistent, and in turn, you're going to see much greater results, and you'll literally blow your mind of what you can achieve with this business if you just are consistent, you're passionate, you're dedicated, and you work hard. So, of course, you need to treat your business like a business, right? Treat it like a new workout plan. No matter how challenging it may be, especially in the beginning or when you're getting into a routine, never, never, never give up. Guys, when you started our program, our first challenge group, how hard was it to stick to your workouts? Because it's new. Remember, it takes 21 days to make a habit. Why don't you do a power hour for 21 days and then you'll have a habit? It's going to be hard at first, but I promise it will get easier, and the compound effect will really pay off. So say start now. Do a power hour every day starting today for the next 21 days, and just think of how much further you would be towards your goals, your dream big goal, at the end of April when you're doing this daily and you have these conversations flowing and people coming to you then because you've reached out to them and just talked to them. And remember, when you're talking to people, it doesn't have to be about Beachbody. It can just be simply like, hey girl, I love your haircut. Where'd you get it cut? I really need a haircut. So I've said that to someone before because I literally need a haircut. I ask people where they got their clothes because I'm into, I love shopping. Just talk to people, different things, or get to know people more in different ways. Okay. And during those hard times, make sure you remember your why. Okay. Your why will keep you pushing forward even when the going gets tough. I know for me, I feel like sometimes I never catch a break. And I know if I sit here and I am not working and I'm not proactive with my business, I will literally get depressed because I know instead of just sitting in the sorrows because I know I'm going through a hard time, and instead I'm putting that effort I would be putting into being upset into helping others. Okay, so make your mess, turn it into a message. And you guys know, so I was diagnosed with PCOS about almost 2 weeks ago. And so when I was diagnosed, I literally had no time to even take it in. I was going on a trip, I was moving, I was starting a new term at school. So instead of being upset about it, which I very well could have been, I was like, you know what? This is just going to be a part of my story. I know how to solve this. I know how to fix it with Shakeology, 21-day fix, and I know I can overcome it. And it's just going to be something else I can help others with. I could have easily gone depressed, turned to food, did a downward spiral, but instead you have that ability to change your life and to change your outcomes. So make sure you do that. And in turn, you'll achieve your own dreams and help others achieve theirs. Okay. And just share that journey, which I'll talk about next. And remember, give it time. The only difference between me and you is time. The hard work, dedication, passion, and consistency. If I'm doing a power hour every day and someone signed up the exact same time as me as a coach, and they haven't done any work, obviously we're going to be at very different parts in our business, and that's okay. But if you have big goals, you need to give it time and give it hard work, and it will pay off, okay? So next is how to help others, right? So we are also going to talk about how to convert challengers to coaches in this business. So in order to help others, not only would they become challengers, you really want your challengers to then become coaches, okay? So first, you can help others see the opportunity and this vision in this company by simply sharing. If you don't talk about it, how are they going to know? Just like if I didn't talk about it to you guys, you wouldn't know about this opportunity, okay? Sometimes when you think, I know sometimes I'm doing like Instagram posts and I'm like, I'm telling them this again, I'm talking about it again, I'm reposting this, but new eyes are always watching you, and it just takes that additional time for you to share for someone else to catch the vision and see the opportunity. So keep talking about it, keep sharing it. I honestly share the business opportunity in different ways, 3 to 4 times a week, different ways, like a status saying how much I love my job at the post office, or, if I'm traveling, how thankful I am, stuff like that. And okay, once you broke the ice and you are sharing this opportunity with others, share how coaching has changed your life or helped you, even if you haven't seen big success yet in this business, that's okay. You can share about how, someone thanked you for inviting them to a 5-day clean eating group, or someone lost 5 pounds and it was all because of you, and you felt that satisfaction because you know how hard it is to stay committed. So, share with them. People are interested in that. And then invite them to the opportunity. It's that simple. It really is. Don't overcomplicate it. When you're doing the 3 vital behaviors, you're going to grow your team. You're going to grow your network, and you're going to invite people, okay? So invite these people. Remember, it's up to them for them to determine if this is the right opportunity for them. It's not up to you. It's so easy to say, oh, well, my so-and-so, my aunt's not interested, because you don't think she is. You won't know unless you ask, right? Half of you people on the team, I was like, oh yeah, they aren't interested. And my mom's like, are you kidding me? You need to ask them anyways. And Carly said the same thing to me. So it's kind of a reality check for me. You won't know until you invite people. And someone may say no. I've had someone say no to me for over 12 months or not even answer me, and then they became a coach. So you never know who's watching you, and they're going to see if you're never giving up, okay? So never give up on this, because if you have these goals and dreams, what's the point of giving up? You may already know how giving up feels like, so don't do that again. Just keep pushing harder. And if you fail to invite, you're robbing someone of that opportunity. In order to share this opportunity, you need to consistently invite people. When you aren't inviting, what if someone's going to be your next rock star coach or change, thousands of lives? You won't know because you are too afraid to invite them, and you don't want that to happen. Or have them sign up with another coach that they don't know, or sign up online without a coach and get assigned because you were afraid to invite them. Okay, it's happened to me, and it does not feel good. It burns, it stings, it's not good. So don't let that happen to you guys, okay? And next is huge for us, right? Stepping out of your comfort zone. So step out of your comfort zone and start helping others change their life. It's up to you to make that initial step outside that comfort zone and start talking to more people. In order to see success, all you really have to do is 3 vital behaviors and talk to more people. Literally just talk to people. And start by sharing your journey, okay? Remember, stepping out of your comfort zone is key to seeing success in this business. If you don't, you won't see success. You guys may know, so I am super shy. And before I couldn't even do team calls, my heart would race when I was getting on a one-on-one with Carly or anyone. Like, seriously, it was so bad. And I had to pretend like I just ran up the stairs because I'm couldn't breathe because I was so nervous. And but guess what? If I didn't step out of my comfort zone, I wouldn't be here helping you all on team calls. I wouldn't be here coaching others. So step out of that comfort zone, and that's where the magic is going to happen, I'm telling you. And remember, keep in mind, this business will only work if you work. Success isn't guaranteed, but it comes to those who work hard, have passion, are consistent, and never give up. So always remember that, success isn't guaranteed. So many people in this business see success because they step out of that comfort zone and they work hard for it. And I know you guys can too, okay? Okay, very important. Ways to grow your team. That might be a question that you all have, okay? So first, consistently and continuously share your journey. Like I said, you never know who needs to see your journey that day, and just share little portions of it. You don't know what others are going through, and they may need your help. And of course, help others see success, and then invite your current challengers So when you help others as a challenger see success with their result, like they see results and such, they're going to want to know more about coaching, and maybe they're going to want to pay it forward. Remember, you won't know until you ask. Ideally, what you want to do is, have your 5-day free clean eating challengers turn into a customer as challenger, and then have them turn into coaches and repeat the cycle. That's how you want it to go. Because they already are familiar with the products. They love them. They have results. They know people. So you just want that. But if not, I've had so many of you guys sign up as just a coach. You guys have been super successful. So that's, of course, always an option as well. And remember, inviting to the coaching opportunity is, of course, a key way to grow your team. So you can do that by inviting personally, personal messages, social media posts, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever you may want, business opportunity calls, which we hold, and of course, sneak peek weeks, which will now happen the last week of every month, starting in April. So this way it will be exactly a week before our Coach Basics, which is the first week of every month. And that will be on the our Team Knockouts calendar that will come out, the end of this week. And lastly, ways to grow your team through posts are Facebook like pages, which is what I use, and Facebook ads sometimes. Those are very helpful for me. They do require you to spend some money, so that's totally optional, but it's worked very well for me to get builders on the team. But one thing saying that is there's a call that Team Iron Edge did last night on it. It was very great, so I highly suggest listening in. Sharissa, Jen, and Carly shared on it. And then again, Instagram is a huge way I've connected with a lot of you through hashtags, social media. That was on the call last night too. Around town, you can hang up flyers, you can, put business cards out, whatever you may do. Social media, of course, like I said before, word of mouth is a great way, friends and family is a great way to grow your team. And sharing your journey just on social media and in person, that's the best way to honestly grow your team. Okay. We're almost at the end. So becoming a leader, sometimes you guys may think to yourself, well, I'm not a leader. Well, you know what? You are. If you are on these calls, you are a leader. If you're listening to this recording, you are a leader. Or if you have coaches on your team, in your downline, you are a leader. Or if you have challengers, free challengers, anyone, you are a leader. So what to do now that you have a team? So once you do have a team of coaches, this is what you need to do in order to help them see success, okay? First, you need to make sure you duplicate everything you've learned. That's the beauty of this business. You learn from me, and we duplicate the behavior, and then you duplicate it to your own coaches. That's it. That's all it takes, okay, and hard work. And so let's get started. Leading by example is the best way to share with your team. If I'm not hitting Success Club and I'm not doing my personal development or anything, my vital behaviors, I wouldn't expect you guys to do them as well, right? They always say the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. So leading by example is honestly the best way for you guys to lead as a leader. Second is help your team succeed by plugging them into a Coach Basics group. All new coaches should be joining a Coach Basics group, and it starts the first Monday of every week. We'll be leading ours with Team Iron Edge, Carly as well, and it's a top 10 team training, so you can use that to your advantage and say, be a part of top 10 team and join us for, our Coach Basics. And remember, if you have one coach below you or have even none at all, you are still a leader. Don't think anything else of yourself, and don't let those limiting beliefs hold you back. So lastly, set out and be that leader today. What are you waiting for? Think to yourself. You are a leader. Share with our team. Share tips that you've learned help you in our team page. That page is for you guys. So be that leader today and help someone else out. Okay, my favorite quote. The speed of the leader determines the speed of the pack. And I find that so true. And it's something that I want you guys to remember too as a leader as well. You can't expect your team to do something if you aren't doing it yourself, okay? So always remember that. Lastly, is our action steps. And I know you guys like these because it's easier to, condense the entire call and you guys get to learn more here. So first is dreaming big. Come up with your why. If you don't already have one, you need to have one. Come up with your why. What drives you in this business? Like I said before, okay? Is it retiring your husband from the military or, simply paying off your debt? What's your why? What's going to drive you in this business? 2 is aim small and go all in, okay? You can only be half in, half out. If you want to treat this like a business, it needs to be treated like a business if you want a business out of it. If you just want a hobby, then treat it like a hobby. Your results will really show whether it's a business or a hobby. So make sure you put in that work, whatever you're expecting it to be. 3, continuously share your journey and step out of your comfort zone, because that's where the magic truly happens. Oops. Press the button. 4, invite to the business opportunity and grow your team. Growing your team is essential for success, and it's helping you duplicate your actions. You aren't able to reach more people if you aren't growing your team as well. And lastly, become a leader today. I don't know what else would be stopping you, so make sure you become a leader today and help others, okay? Whether it's on the team page or it's helping someone else get started. So let me just stop recording and we'll do a Q&A.